3, 2, 1.
Today, we run. We walk. And we remember.
It means so much that after so many years, we can still have this day together.
Brian Zulgarian, he was a triple amputee from Afghanistan. He just passed away, so we're walking in his honor.
On 9/11, firefighter Stephen Siller strapped on 60 pounds of gear, running through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel to the Twin Towers.
His selfless act of giving up his life inspired us to say, hey, he did this. Come on, let us do something.
Today, we retrace his heroic journey.
They make their way through the Hugh L. Carey Tunnel,
turning pain into purpose.
It gives us an opportunity to honor these people that mean so much. Obviously, all these families, it's a great loss and void in our lives, but it's so nice to know that they're remembered.
What began with 1,500 people is now considered one of the top 5K run and walks in the country. This is the 2024 Tunnel to Towers 5K Run and Walk. Welcome, I'm Rosanna Scotto.
And I'm Dan Bowens. What a day we have in store.
Okay,
Rosanna.
23 years later, and the event is bigger and better than ever. We're here at the finish line with thousands of supporters and participants in this great cause we'll be passing through.
That's right. This event, of course, honors the legacy of those who gave their lives trying to save others. On September 11th, 2001, Stephen Siller had just finished his shift at Brooklyn Squad when he got word over his scanner of a plane hitting the North Tower of the World Trade Center. With no hesitation, Stephen drove his truck to the entrance of the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, but it had already been closed. Determined and dedicated to carry out his duty, he strapped 60 pounds of gear to his back and raced on foot through the tunnel toward the chaos in Lower Manhattan. He gave up his life while saving others. Today's route retraces his steps. Dan Rice is in Sky Fox HD.
the 5K Run and Walk starts off in Red Hook, Brooklyn. Runners start on Hamilton Avenue. They make their way through the Hugh L. Carey Tunnel, formerly known as the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. When they exit the tunnel, they take a right onto West Street. And then they make a left on Liberty Street to the Battery Park Esplanade. Then there's another right. That takes them on to North Esplanade, and another right will bring them over to Warren Street, leading right onto West Street. The finish line, that's on West Street at Murray Street.
We have reporters all along the route ready to bring you the stories that inspire this event. Tashani Whitlow and Mike Woods are with some of the thousands of participants getting ready to start the 5K Run and Walk in Red Hook, Brooklyn.
But first, let's check in with Steve Lacey and Natasha Verma, who are at the starting line.
This year, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying tribute to the fallen first responders whose families with young children receive the gift of a mortgage-free home through the Fallen First Responder Home Program.
All right, we are speaking now to Stephanie Diller, whose husband, NYPD Detective Jonathan Diller, unfortunately lost his life in the line of duty earlier this year. Stephanie, thanks so much for being with us.
This organization paid off your mortgage for your home in Massapequa Park, Long Island. What does that mean to you?
It means the world to me. You know, when I first met Frank after the loss of my husband, I remember him coming into my house and he said to me, you know, Stephanie, you're such a strong woman. And but it really is Frank and organizations like Tunnel to Towers who help us get back on our feet when our entire world collapsed around us. And I'm just, from the bottom of my heart, so thankful for him and his organization and, you know, giving me the opportunity to be with my son and you know, grieve my husband. And
yeah, how old is your son now? 2?
He's almost 2. Yeah, he's 20 months.
Okay,
yes,
and how's he doing?
Oh, he's doing great. You know, he gets me through every day. He's the light of my life. Like when I wake up, I see my husband in his eyes and he's in his heart, and you know, and that's what helps me get through every single day.
And it must mean the world to you also to stay in your home and not have to leave.
Yeah, so, you know, again, like I said, like it just gave me the opportunity to, you know, it's giving me the opportunity to raise my son and, you know, be with him and you know, I just can't say thank you enough for everything that Tunnels to Tower has done for me.
Yeah, we can't thank you and your husband enough for his service and everything you do. So thank you so much for being here. Have fun and good luck on the run and walk. Are we going to be running or walking today?
Maybe a mix.
Perfect. That's a good answer.
Stephanie, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Let's check in with Tashani Whitlow and Mike Woods at the staging area where thousands of participants are getting ready for the event.
All right, hey guys, how's it going?
23 years later, and the Foundation's mission to never forget 9/11 carries on through their Student Athlete Advocate Program. Members help to expand the Foundation's audience and spread the word to future T2T donors and participants.
And joining us today is inaugural Student Athlete Advocate Stuart Head. Stuart, so you were the first one to join this program. Tell us what it's all about, how it's been.
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. I've been involved since September 2021. Being the inaugural student athlete means so much to me, and spreading the advocacy that means so much to many of our supporters right now, but also making sure the youth and the future of the United States never forgets 9/11 and the events that happened that day.
Talk to us about how the organization's mission aligns with you, both professionally and personally.
Yeah, it means so much to me, and I mean, I have always looked at Tunnel to Towers as my favorite organization. It's one that my family has valued forever. I have family from New York, and I really think that we should really recognize who America's true heroes are. So when we started this program, it was all about recognizing that, but also spreading the awareness of what happened on 9/11, the heroics of Stephen Siller, and the heroics that continue today from first responders and those that are critically injured, Gold Star families, and those that continue to make the ultimate sacrifice today. So I want to make sure that student athletes use their platform in a way that's positive.
Current and former service members are among the thousands of participants in the Tunnel to Towers 5K run and walk. That includes many cadets from the U.S. Military Academy at West Point.
All right, joining us now, Caroline Robinson and Shepard DeZena from the class of 2025, your senior year. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here this morning with you guys.
All right, so have you ever taken part in this run walk before?
So, sir, this is actually my first time that I've ever done the Tunnels to Towers run, but I'm super excited to be out here, not only with all the cadets, but just everyone that's going to be a part of the run today.
And Shepard, you've run before. What brings you back this year?
I have. It's really just the community centered around a common bond and remembrance of what happened on 9/11. I'm from New York City, so I grew up with these stories around me. My dad was 2 blocks away from the towers when the planes hit. My mom was nursing my older brother, watching the towers burn from our apartment. So these stories really encapsulated my childhood and really centered my perspective about America's role in the world and the important role the Army has to play.
All right, Caroline and Shepard, amazing stories. We appreciate you taking a moment for us. Best of luck.
Thank you. Good luck.
Coming up.
It made me think of all those firefighters that went up at the tower for the people.
I am running for Sergeant Mario Nelson, Haitian warrior. He was killed in Iraq, and it still hits me every year.
I run for motivation to keep doing what I do to serve and protect my country.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is committed to teaching people across the country about 9/11 through their Never Forget mobile exhibit. The 83-foot tractor trailer transforms into museum space, housing artifacts from Ground Zero, and features guided tours from heroes who responded on 9/11. For more information on how to bring it to your area, go to t2t.org.
Back to the Tunnel to Towers 5K run and walk. Now, this event honors the sacrifices of our nation's military heroes and first responders.
No doubt about it. It is also honors the lives lost in the war on terror and helps raise money and provides housing assistance for our homeless veterans. I sat down with the founder, Frank Siller, to take a closer look at the life-changing impact of this organization. For every hammer and nail, turn of the screw, and line drawn, hope is built. The construction of these tunnel-to-towers veteran villages like a lifeline to homeless veterans.
The foundation has never been helping more people than we help today.
T2T CEO Frank Siller says the organization's ambitious new goal honors the sacrifice and heroism of his brother FDNY firefighter Steven Siller, making good on their motto, "Let us do good."
Now we promise that we're going to eradicate homelessness amongst our veterans.
Eradicating the issue faced by 35,000 veterans nationwide by creating these state-of-the-art veteran villages, the facilities often converting old, dilapidated hotels into high-end apartment complexes, at least 12 now in various stages of construction across the U.S., including most recently on Long Island.
These are not homeless shelters. These are permanent residences for our veterans who deserve to live with dignity and with pride because they've served their country and their community. And we cannot turn our back on them. We cannot leave them on the streets.
And the organization's National Case Management Network has already helped over 3,500 vets last year and aims to double that number this year by offering a wide range of services to turn lives around.
Behavioral health support, PTSD support, mental health support, entitlements assistance, financial literacy classes, legal advocacy, employment assistance, which is a tremendously important part of our program.
The nonprofit's remarkable mission also means building specially adapted smart homes for catastrophically injured veterans and first responders, and providing mortgage-free homes to Gold Star and fallen first responder families with young children.
One of the beautiful things about Tunnel to Towers is you make big, bold promises and then back them up.
Your word is everything in life, and the Tunnel to Towers word is that we are going to take care of these great heroes and their families, just not this year, not just for 23 years or 25 years or for 50 years, but forever.
Okay, we are joined now by Navy veteran Carl Callender, who fell on hard times and enlisted the help of the Tunnel to Towers Foundation through their Homeless Veterans Program.
Carl joins us now. First, thank you so much for your service.
Thanks for having me.
And how did you end up reaching out to Tunnel to Towers Foundation?
I was having some trouble with rental, just paying my rent, and they came through and helped me out in a big way.
You think about some of these military men and women and veterans who've given so much to our country. They come back and they fall on these hard times. How important is it for people to help veterans like yourself?
Very much so. You know, we have a high rate of veterans committing suicide. So just having someone there to help you out in your time of need is a blessing.
You know, how important is it for you to be here and give back to the organization today?
Oh, very good. I was happy to come out. I'm very honored to be here today. I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I haven't been here in several decades, so it's good to be here and be part of this great event.
Well, welcome back home. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
sir.
Congratulations.
Before the official start of the run and walk, a ceremonial start will be held for thousands of program recipients whose lives have been changed by the Tunnel to Towers Foundation.
More than 1,500 West Point cadets have lined the tunnel entrance to show support for the Gold Star and fallen first responder families, as well as injured service members.
After the ceremonial start, the official start will take place in specific waves. So Wave A will be the timed runners. Waves B, C, and D will be the general participants.
All right, that's followed by the cadet groups in Wave E, active duty military in Wave F, and ending with walkers in Wave G.
Let's head over to the start line. Arthur Tian is there right now.
Thank you, Steve and Natasha. I'm here with William McNamara, former NYPD officer injured in the line of duty. Obviously, we're here at the start line. Can you just tell us a little bit about your thoughts coming out here this morning?
I'm thrilled to be here. It's a real privilege to participate in any Tunnel to Towers event. And I think you can see from the size of the audience here, they have a contagious effect on people. You know, their motto of do good really works for people. And, you know, this group, I think, can be testament that when you do good, you feel good. And the contagious effect, obviously, is meant to help others. So, you know, sadly in our society, there's always another first responder. There's always another veteran that's going to need Tunnel to Towers assistance in the future. They fill a very important void in the lives. And you know, when I received their assistance, I thought it was about me, but it wasn't. It was about my family. There's a lot of collateral damage that goes with line of duty injuries and veterans coming back. You know, we send them out there to do good, and some don't come back, and some come back in, you know, in a different form. But their friends, their family, their co-workers all suffer, and Tunnels to Towers helps rebuild lives and rebuild families.
We had the privilege of seeing your new smart home. Can you tell us what kind of difference it's made for you so far in the amount of time that you've had it working?
Yeah, it's clearly a safer environment. It's made my life a whole lot more efficient. You know, I've been, you know, injured for almost half a century, 46 years in fact, and you know, I don't have the same agility and strength as I had way back when. So they're helping me to compensate for those effects.
And if you don't mind, I'm going to walk it with you today.
Oh, I'm thrilled to have you with us, and I'm thrilled to hear the support from Fox.
Thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure.
All right, back to you guys.
3, 2, 1.
And there you have it. The ceremonial start is now underway. The program recipients will soon start to follow the path that Stephen Siller took from the Brooklyn entrance to the Hugh L. Carey Tunnel, all the way to the site of where the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center once stood.
That's right. Such a powerful sight. We are looking at the Gold Star families, the families of fallen first responders and smart home recipients as they start the annual Tunnel to Towers run walk. Such a powerful sight. Truly one of the great events in New York City, taking place every year in September.
Still ahead.
The biggest thing was him being home so that we could be with the kids and that we could have access to him.
Plus,
not only does it bring us together with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, but the American people and people like Tabitha Farmer, who's helping me run today, whose husband served with me and unfortunately was killed in the explosion that I was gravely injured.
Who are you running in honor of today?
Everyone.
We are back at the Tunnel to Towers 5K Run and Walk.
Program recipients in today's event are already making their way through the Hugh L. Carey Tunnel, and thousands of participants are about to begin the main event. It is exciting. Natasha and Steve are at the starting line with a very special guest.
Stephen Siller was less than 2 years old when his father, firefighter Stephen Gerard Siller, died in the 9/11 attacks.
All right, Stephen joins us now at the event that honors his father's legacy. Stephen, amazing to see you again.
It's always a great time.
Yeah, I mean, what goes through your mind when you see the legacy your father left behind and the incredible work this organization continues to do?
It is really one of the most beautiful things you can imagine. You know, so many people have been helped by one of the worst things that's ever happened to me, and that's a beautiful thing. It really takes the load off of that terrible thing because it has a purpose.
Yeah.
And I think this gives a lot of these families that have also lost loved ones a purpose as well. And you couldn't ask me if I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah.
23 years later, what do you think your father would say today?
I think he would be a little bit overwhelmed. I don't think any of us ever imagined this. It's truly incredible. Like every day I wake up, I get to be a part of something amazing. I get to help people. It's an amazing life, and these families, everybody that's here that's supporting today, they care about first responders, they respect the sacrifice. Even the guys who don't lose their limbs, they don't lose their life, they are going through terrible stress. They're experiencing traumatic things every day, and this is a day to kind of look back and respect what they do on a daily basis and the things they have to go through.
Back in 2022, New Jersey State Trooper Sergeant Sean Acker suffered a blood clot and went into cardiac arrest inside his family home. Sean now uses a wheelchair and is visually impaired with a traumatic brain injury and was forced to live inside a rehab facility.
But that all changed earlier this year. With the help of family, friends, and the foundation, an extension was built, and Sean was able to return home. We're joined now by his wife, Lisa Acker. So Sean came back in July. What was that moment like for him to come back home?
Well, I think the biggest thing was him being home so that we could be with the kids and that we could have access to him on a day-to-day basis instead of having to schedule dinners or schedule holidays. We were able to just walk around the corner and be with him every day.
Right, and tell us about the different things in the house that make his life and being home possible.
So some of the best things in the house are the ADA modified bathroom. That allows him to take 2 to 3 showers a day, which he loves. There's also a man cave that they kind of built, so he gets to be in there and watch movies. Because his vision is impaired, he gets to listen to them and listen to his Philadelphia Eagles when they're playing. One of the biggest features that he loves is the 4-zone speaker system, because Sean really enjoys music and he really thrives from that, and that helps with his recovery.
Having that extension had to be just so expansive. What were some of the challenges in getting that attached to the home?
It is a quite large addition that they built along with a basement. So having 2 kids in the home, it was a bit of an adjustment. But the contractors that they had were really flexible with us, and we were able to have access to our home when we needed it.
Oh, that's great. All right, well, Lisa, we do appreciate you joining us here for a minute. We know you're taking part in the run walk today, so best of luck and thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right, thousands of participants, including our own Bianca Peters, set to retrace the route that Steven Siller followed on September 11th, 2001.
It's such an emotional journey that these runners and walkers will be taking. This starts near the entrance of the Hugh L. Carey Tunnel, 3.5 miles, ends at West Street and Murray Street in Manhattan. Emotional, and is such an impactful, as you can see, all these incredible runners going off, retracing the steps of firefighter Steven Siller, who's strapped on 60 pounds of firefighting equipment, a selfless hero whose legacy lives on today.
Yeah, now 23 years after, this charity continues to do so much great work. It gets bigger and better every year, so certainly one of the truly inspirational events that takes place in the city every year, with thousands upon thousands of people involved with this event. Something we all look forward to every year.
Next.
In New Jersey, a lot of the firefighters in New Jersey came in to support New York on the day, and there's guys we're running with today who came in 20 odd years ago. So to carry on tradition, to teach the kids, what happened, it's important.
This is the 2024 Tunnel to Towers 5K Run and Walk. Welcome back to the Tunnel to Towers 5K Run Walk.
And things are getting started here. It's looking so good out here. It's so fun, inspiring, of course. And this event has really become a fabric of New York City and is considered one of the top 5Ks all across this country. We want to check in with our own Bianca Peters, who is at the starting line.
You can definitely feel the energy here. I'm here with Ed and Ben, Essex Falls firefighter, New Jersey over here representing the house. Guys, this is such an incredible day. I'm so honored to be standing next to you, to be running next to you. Are you guys excited?
Oh, amazingly excited. And thank you for coming out today and highlighting this great event. It's an amazing event. People should come out every year. It gives everyone such a warm feeling. We've been doing this as a firehouse every year, and it's such an honor to be here.
I love that. What does that mean for you to do this with the firehouse, with your people that you work with day in and day out, and remembering what happened here so many years ago?
Exactly. So in New Jersey, a lot of the firefighters in New Jersey came in to support New York on the day, and there's guys we're running with today who came in 20 odd years ago. So to carry on tradition, to teach the kids, what happened, it's important, and it's an amazing sense of brotherhood. It's an amazing sense of people coming together, and in the tragedy, a lot of good has been done.
When you get through the tunnel out there, you kind of see an area where the Twin Towers once stood. How does that feel to you to see a different building, saying they're representing something else?
It's definitely a strong emotion. I mean, you can't help but run through here and then get to the end of the tunnel and go, I'm never not going to be here if I can make it. Because it's just a strong unity. I'm from Brooklyn. It's such a tough day, September 11th, but I do remember September 12th when New York came together. Everyone came together, and that's what I see when I go through the tunnel, is everyone's coming together.
Such a good point there. You just mentioned when everyone comes together, you kind of feel this sense of just belonging, a sense of remembering. What does that feel like you when you're around all these people here? The energy is something you can kind of touch.
Yeah, it's a togetherness, it's a brotherhood, it's a sisterhood. New Yorkers, Americans came together. Obviously the funny accent means I'm not from here originally, but I am now an American. It recreates that sense of people supporting each other.
As the official start to the Tunnel to Towers 5K Run and Walk is underway.
It's looking good out here. Let's check back in with Arthur Chien. He is along the event route.
Hi guys, we're outside the Hugh Carey Tunnel. We've just gone through it with William McNamara, retired NYPD officer. Your first time doing this, what has it been like?
It's a thrill to be among 40,000 people who believe in the Towers to Tunnels theme of do good. And, there's tens of thousands of spectators that, are supporting us, and obviously they're believers in that theme as well. And, as many people as Tunnels to Towers is supporting today, unfortunately, there's going to be somebody tomorrow they have to support. Our first responders and our veterans and our servicemen go in harm's way every day, to protect our day of life. And, we have a moral contract to, be there for them when there's something catastrophic that happens to them in their lives.
And then what were your emotions like going into the tunnel with all those cadets and then coming out of the tunnel? The promise was to never forget, and it seems everybody's trying to remember, right?
Going into the tunnel and seeing, I think it was 3,000 cadets, those are our future protectors, and they're here to cheer us on today, and they'll be on the front lines in the next couple of years. So I certainly have a lot of admiration for them.
Okay, and last question: why were you trying to lose me going down that tunnel? You were going too fast.
I had gravity on my side, and I got to take advantage of gravity.
All right, thank you. I see the competitiveness in you as an athlete still, huh?
Thank you. I try.
All right, Terry Collins is the longest tenured manager in New York Mets history. Of course, he led the team to that memorable World Series appearance back in 2015.
All right, Terry is also a major supporter of the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. He actually ran today. How are you feeling?
Well, right now, you see, you're running on adrenaline right now. In about 2 hours, I'll tell you, I'll be looking for you to walk me back to the hotel.
I love it. So, Terry, I know you're involved with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, and you've been to some of their villages where they've given homes to people. What's it been like for you? What has been your experience?
Well, you read about the foundation, and you kind of have an idea what they do, but when you go see it, I went to Bradenton when they broke ground for the Veterans Village and down there, and screaming hot day, there were 1,000 people there, and yet they had a family there who was going to receive one of these smart homes, and the look on their face when they walked in that door just broke your heart. I mean, they were just so excited, and you see so many people that are wrapped up in it, and when you go around and you talk to people on the side, said, I'm part of that foundation, and so it's an honor to be able to come up here today and run in this.
Coming up.
We're in the tunnel. First part of the 5K just came around the corner. Got a long way to go. I've never been more excited to be a part of something than I am today.
You can be part of one of many Tunnel to Towers Foundation events. Every year, the organization hosts the Tower Climb here in New York City and has teams running in some of the most prestigious marathons, not only nationwide, but internationally. Go to t2t.org to learn more on how you can take part in one of those events. This is such a huge turnout. I love it. Young, old, everybody in between.
They started with just 1,500 or so runners. Now we have 40,000 runners who come out every single year. Of course, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation has raised more than $500 million over the years, and they do so much. And you see so many people who are affected out here, not just those first responders, the Gold Star families, the injured veterans, and it's inspirational when you see them.
We are getting to meet some of those people who are the benefactors of the Tunnel to Towers, and boy, oh boy, they will tell you how it has changed their lives. This is such an important event in New York City.
It sure is, and this year one of the focuses is the homeless veterans that are out there. We know the organization has helped maybe 3,000 or so just in this year alone, and they want to double that this year. We heard Frank say he wants to eradicate homelessness.
What I love about this organization is the money raised really goes to where they say it's going to go.
It does. Let us do good.
Yes.
Is what they say, and 95% of what they raise actually goes to the organizations and the people who need it. It really is remarkable.
This event started back in 2002. 1,500 participants. Now, 40,000.
Young and old from so many different walks of life. Those first responders, the injured veterans, and our very own Bianca Peters. She is also running. Let's check in with her.
We're in the tunnel. First part just put this in perspective. We say this every year that we're retracing Steven Siller's steps. He ran through the tunnel, full gear. You don't even understand what it feels like until you run it, and you know you're not wearing full gear. It is absolutely incredible knowing what Steven Siller did, running towards something he did not know what he was going to see on the other end. We got FDNY in the house!
Yeah.
Oh, here we go! Yeah! Getting towards the finish line, we're picking up the pace.
One of the first images participants see when they come out of the tunnel are banners with the names and faces of fallen first responders and service members.
Stephanie Bertini is at the finish line with one Gold Star widow who has been provided with a mortgage-free home from the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Stephanie.
You know, for our Gold Star families, this can be such an emotional day. I'm here with Samantha Barnes. Hi.
Hi.
And your beautiful daughters.
Yes, this is Catherine. She's 2.
Hi, hon. How are you?
Say hi.
And you? Do you want to tell us your name?
Amelia.
Amelia. Samantha, first of all, we watched you cross that finish line. What did that feel like?
It felt kind of surreal to be here. Like, I've always known about this program, but to actually be a participant and a recipient of the wonderful things they do, it's just, yeah, very, very surreal, but very proud to be part of this program now.
And we're here for Shane.
Yes.
Tell us about Shane. We got his picture right here.
Yeah. Oh, Shane, I don't know where to start. He was amazing. We had met in flight school, and I just knew we were both pilots, and he always wanted to be in the 160th. That was his goal from the beginning, so he was where he was meant to be. So last November when he deployed and the accident happened, I mean, of course, immense sadness, and it's just, where do we go from here? But also I'm so proud because he was doing what he wanted to do. You know, like, that's all he wanted to do. So
you lost him just last year, right?
Yeah,
so this is still fresh. Mm-hmm. And then this year, this Tunnels to Towers Foundation paid off your mortgage.
Yes. Yeah, it's amazing. It's they paid my mortgage off for Memorial Day, and that was just such a relief. Like, that's one less thing to worry about. That's kind of, we always call it our semi-forever home. We knew we wouldn't be there forever, but as long as the girls were in school, and I'm probably gonna be there forever now, because it's the last home we had together. But just to know that I never have to leave, it's very secure.
Still ahead.
It's so beautiful to see. I'm one of the first 10 widows who received a home. So to see that the foundation has helped hundreds now is pretty amazing.
Plus.
T2T, $11 a month. You can handle that.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation has delivered over 1,000 mortgage-free homes to first responders and their families in 37 states all across the country.
Amazing. Lisa Tuizzolo is one of the recipients. Her husband, NYPD Sergeant Paul Tuizzolo, was shot and killed in the line of duty back in 2016. Lisa also has with her Stephanie Diller. You also lost your husband on the job, Detective Jonathan Diller. Thank you so much for being with us today. Lisa, what does the Tunnel to Towers Foundation mean to you?
For me, this foundation means a weight being lifted off my shoulders so I can be the parent that I need to be, take the role of 2 parents and raise my children. I can focus on them, their adolescence and their growth and development to being good citizens and human beings, and allowing me just to raise them and enjoy life just a little bit.
Stephanie, what was your experience walking through, or did you walk or run today?
We mostly walked, but it was overwhelmingly powerful just seeing all of the faces, all of the names, everyone
being honored and all of the first responders cheering us on, rooting for us. This warms my heart for all the support and, you know, getting to walk it with my best friend.
And you say that part of it was smiling, reminiscing, and crying, and looking at pictures. I mean, what was this experience like for you?
I think for the both of us, it's hard not to take a step back and just appreciate the sacrifice that not just Paul and Jonathan have made, but so many across our nation. And when you walk through the finish line and you look at all the names and you try and read all of them, it's just countless. It's so many, and it's heartbreaking.
Stephanie, thank you. Lisa, thank you. Thank you for allowing us the privilege of your husbands and for what they've done for us in New York City. Thank you. You've made the ultimate sacrifice.
And thank you for always saying their name, because that's how we know they'll never be forgotten.
The visionary behind the Tunnel to Towers Foundation is Frank Siller.
And he founded the organization and is the man behind this very special event. And this morning, he joins us along with award-winning actor and T2T supporter, Dennis Quaid. Thank you so much for being here. It looks like you ran it. You were actually out there in it.
It was sort of a run-walk, I would call it. Yeah.
I heard you say when you went through the tunnel, it was a special experience when you went through the tunnel. Can you talk about that when you were inside the actual...
It's a very special experience going through that tunnel. To tell you the truth, I was encouraged by the firefighters going along. I haven't run in 10 years cycling, but it made me think of all those firefighters that went up at the tower for the people, coming down and encouraging the people to keep going and make it down to the ground floor and to get out of there. And how many people that they saved, and how many of them sacrificed their lives for us.
So, Frank, you're the visionary. Can you believe what you've created in the last few years? I'm sure it's bittersweet for you.
Well, yeah, it is, but, you know, together with my siblings, I'm going to make that clear, it wasn't just me, that we have made something forever lasting. I mean, this is going to go on forever. You know why? Because there's policemen, firefighters, and our veterans die every day for us, every single day. And we made a commitment that we're always going to take care of them. And when we're blessed to have Fox and Fox 5 join us on that mission, when I have great people who have a tremendous platform like Dennis Quaid, go out there, do PSAs, and he's going to be, by the way, we're honoring Dennis December 5th at our gala.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yep.
And you've been to some of the homes as well, right?
Yeah, we just opened up a home for homeless veterans down in Houston, which was really, really gratifying. Houston's my hometown, and there were some guys out there, the Vietnam vets, and one of them said, you know, like 3 days ago, I was like sleeping down by the Buffalo Bayou, and somebody came up to me and said, hey, how would you like a home? And there he was, and how much that meant to that guy, it was worth everything.
Thank you so much.
T2T, $11 a month. You can handle that.
I run for those who can't walk with us while we're here on Earth.
I run for the first responders and troops that wear the same uniform as me, who have sacrificed their lives. It's proud to be an American.
I run for my brother, Camilo Serrano.
I run for all the service members that died overseas, Operation Iraqi Freedom and Enduring Freedom, and all the firemen that died in the towers and of cancer-related posts.
Next.
What we're going to celebrate today, the heroes, the lives that were lost, the sacrifices that were made. So to get to be here, be a part of this, a small part of this incredible event is a true honor.
And here we are at the finish line. We've seen so many people come through. It's raining a little bit, but it's okay.
A little bit, it's raining a lot, but it doesn't matter. Everybody just, you could see the emotion in their face after completing this 5K. And as they go through it, they're thinking about their family members, the people they may have lost, the people who are still suffering. They're inspired. We're inspired.
It's not just to recognize some of the heroism of some of these great individuals. individuals, but also to look at pushing things forward, because we know this organization raises so much money. And when you see people come across, they're not just high-fiving, they're hugging, and there are a few tears, they're reflecting. It really is a beautiful thing.
You're seeing generations of families come through. Very small people, those who, well, have seen it all. They've been around a block a few times.
And we've seen the cadets from West Point. Most of them weren't even born when 9/11 happened, and yet they're going to be the ones who will be leading our nation and leading our military, and today they see what it's all about. It's been an emotional experience for everyone involved in today's event.
Ryan Christopher has more on that and a very special performance from Grammy-nominated artist Tyler Hubbard to wrap up the day.
Thousands of participants, including these West Point cadets, retrace Stephen Siller's steps through the Hugh L. Carey Tunnel.
It's also, which I think my uncle wanted, it's about all 343 that we lost that day. It's just his fellow brothers that passed away. It's not just about him, and we really felt that he would want everyone to be honored today.
Stephen Siller's daughter, Genevieve, runs in her dad's memory and for all the heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice on 9/11.
Thank you everyone for coming out. It means so much that after so many years we can still have this day together. I appreciate it, seeing the crowds. I'm so grateful and honored to wear the jacket. Thank you guys so much.
You're the girl.
Participants from across the world honored our heroes from 9/11, including Army veteran and Smart Home recipient Jonathan Turnbull.
So this is one of the most important days, in that not only does it bring us together with the Tunnel Towers Foundation, but the American people and people like Tabitha Farmer, who's helping me run today, whose husband served with me and unfortunately was killed in the explosion that I was gravely injured. So like trying to find happiness out of tragedy is something like this.
After the 5K, participants made their way to Vesey Street for a festival.
We're serving up ribs, we serve up hot dogs, we serve up hamburgers, and it's cook, prep, serve, and we do it for a lot of people. It's close to 3,000 people we serve every year.
The ceremony started with a procession of the banners showing the faces of the 343 firefighters killed on 9/11. Actor Joe Piscopo kicked off the ceremony with a classic.
New York, New York, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in New York.
And then country superstar Tyler Hubbard rocked the stage.
It's been a little while now.
I know you've toured all across the world. What does this day mean to you? I mean, it's a very important day for New Yorkers, but people across the U.S.
Yeah, man, it's an incredibly special day for New Yorkers. For everybody in this country, what we're getting to celebrate today. The heroes, the lives that were lost, the sacrifices that were made. So to get to be here, be a part of this, a small part of this incredible event is a true honor.
Real life heroes in this town.
You just mentioned Heroes. It's your brand new single, so congratulations on that, and it's ever fitting for this day. Tell me what inspired you to write that song, and when you're here in this moment, you kind of reflect on that single, what thoughts come to mind?
You know, it's, yeah, like you said, couldn't be more appropriate for this event. And yeah, I wrote this song actually a year and a half ago or so, and really at the time I think I was just inspired by, you know, I got 3 small kids. We were getting used to putting all 3 of them in school at the time, and just the teachers and what they were going through for opportunities like this and for moments like this. A song like Heroes, it just really speaks to the heart, and I'm excited and honored to, like I said, to be a part of this.
Being right here, country boy in the big city. What is it like for you coming here to New York City?
Man, New York's a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I've been coming here for years, you know, nowadays, and or you know, doing music here for years, and every time I get here, it takes me a few hours to acclimate to the speed, the pace, the lifestyle. But there's no place like it in the world. Yeah. I do love it here. I love the people. And there's something about it, man. It's good energy. It's fun. I still wear my boots, so I kind of stand out.
We got to get a view of those.
But you know, I do what I can, but bring a little Tennessee to New York City. You know?
Oh, New York City! It feels so good to be here. What a special event. What a special afternoon.
It's been an exciting and inspiring day at the Tunnel to Towers 5K run and walk.
Sure has, Rosanna. Tens of thousands of participants have reached the finish line, including our very own Fox 5 family.
Yeah, baby, we did it.
Inez, Bianca, and Mike, you guys all did this. What was it like?
Yeah, we did it. It didn't stop the heroes. It's not stopping us in this ring.
Prideful, incredible, exciting, hopeful, all the emotions all felt at once in this 3K.
I am so proud that Fox 5 is a small part of this wonderful big day with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Thank you so much for your support.
That's right. You look out there and you recognize and you remember all of our great heroes today. It's just a wonderful organization. I'm Dan Bowens.
And I'm Rosanna Scotto. Thank you for watching.
In honor of their families, never forget. It means never forget. And we're still out here holding up that mantra of never forgetting the heroes of 9/11.
My purpose and everything I've done has kind of been because of 9/11, 2001, so it's kind of embodied in all of us.
It's a family that they'll never leave you and you'll always have them no matter what.
Today it's just really important to be around other people that are going through the same thing you're going through, someone that understands and knows to support a really great cause.
USA,